Oh! Welcome back! This is my second part in my retrospective on the Resident Evil series. I'm Ape of the Hour, and today we're gonna start off with what I think is one of the most underrated Resident Evil games, Resident Evil Code Veronica. I mean, sure, this game has made plenty of questionable choices, and it is rather difficult, but I still like it a lot. Probably because I like Claire and her questionable choices in men.
You see? This thing is a lot more reliable than any person.
What's going on with you? What are you talking about? You sound insane.
But for whatever reason, I find Code Veronica to be a lot creepier. Probably because it's a more intimate setting. The music is also fantastic. It's probably my favorite of the Resident Evil soundtracks. I played this game on the Dreamcast because Code Veronica X is for noobs! Resident Evil 4. What hasn't already been said about Resident Evil 4? I mean, it's not my absolute favorite, but it's definitely a fantastic game. It's also a point where a lot of people got introduced to the series. It introduced all the mechanics that would be staples of the Resident Evil series, but it also retained a lot of the cheese of the original Resident Evil series as well.
No thanks, bro. Where's everyone going? Bingo?
I think this is a turning point that really led the series, momentarily I should say, down the path of action instead of survival horror. Resident Evil 5. Now, I'm going to come out and say it. Resident Evil 5 probably is my least favorite Resident Evil game. I held off on it for a long time because people refused to play it with me. But it's okay. The game is definitely more action-oriented than the previous games. But it's the last game we get Albert Wesker in, and he's glorious.
Ouroboros will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring complete global saturation.
Resident Evil 6. Oh god, Resident Evil 6. Okay, I don't hate Resident Evil 6. It's just a huge departure from the typical Resident Evil experience. It's not a bad game, in fact, it's really fun. I just don't see how suplexing zombies is supposed to inspire fear in me. Plus, I mean, the characters that you fight are a little ridiculous. I mean, you fight a boss that goes from a person and transforms into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is not a joke. Resident Evil 7.
Welcome to the family, son.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
I feel that the Resident Evil devs looked at Resident Evil 6 and said,
No! Oh, no, no! 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 No!
Scared us. Man, I thought you need to go back to that earlier stuff. Yeah, man. seriously. Don't do that again. Don't ever do that. That's Gosh, man. very frightening.
Just stop it! Stop!
Okay, he's good. Calm down.
this game returns gracefully back to the survival horror roots. It's very scary, it's very in your face, the setting is wonderful in Louisiana. I really love Resident Evil 7. A really big recommendation from me if you get the chance to play it. And then there was Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. They were okay. You know, I've often asked myself what I like so much about the Resident Evil series. Is it the villains and how cartoonishly bad they are? Is it the zombies, the action? Is it the tension in the game? But often I think it's the cast of characters that they set as heroes, and on a deeper level, the message that they're trying to convey. The Resident Evil games are filled with different messages, from the dangers of corporations that are given no oversight, or science that's gone terribly wrong, but there's one message in particular that I find to be the most powerful, and it's one that not many people consider: the power of humanity and compassion in the face of adversity. You see, it's common in a Western zombie film or TV show to show all human compassion as weak and risky. It's a liability to have someone follow you for protection or take in the injured and sick. Oh, what's that? You like your family? You're stupid. You're gonna get us all killed. But all the main Resident Evil characters, in some way, show compassion and care for others. They don't ruthlessly shoot individuals, even when they know they've been infected. They never deny someone their humanity, even when they know that they don't have long to live. Sure, they're aware of who they cannot save, and they have a clear eye on who's the villain in all this situation. But they give many people the benefit of the doubt. Even when they have been kicked to the curb by the situation they are put in, they still press on and refuse to let what is happening to them make them cold and heartless. One of my favorite lines in the whole series is in Resident Evil 2 Remake, when Claire finds that Sherry's been infected, and Sherry's mom, Annette, says that she can't be saved.
Sherry? Claire? Sherry, are you alright? What are you doing? I'm here to help.
Sherry's been implanted. She can't be saved.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're her mother. Get in here!
You don't understand. William is still out there, and if I don't stop him...
This conversation is over!
Wait! Wait! I can treat her. In my lab. It's not far away.
Mommy?
There's not enough time. Millions of lives are at stake. Sherry, Mommy loves you, sweetie. Goodbye.
Are you fucking kidding me? Sherry, don't worry. I will get you whatever you need, okay?
Why are you doing this?
Because I care.
Thank you, Claire.
I don't know about you, but I think that "because I care" is one of the most powerful lines delivered in this entire series. It's such a small line, but it carries that core message that even in the grimmest of scenarios, Claire's strength is never divorced from her compassion. This is what I think is so great about the Resident Evil franchise. All the characters, women and men, find a shimmer of hope in the darkness and are there to help and care for one another. Sure, these people are rattled and stressed beyond belief and make mistakes, but even when surrounded by monsters, they can show us what it means to be human